Hi guys, this is Seanie.T here and welcome to my house and my funky kitchen with all my boys' toys, surfboards, mountain bikes and scooters and all sorts. Today it is Bank Holiday Easter Monday afternoon and we've just let the go of the kids and we've got a bit of a quiet house, so we're going to think about getting out on bikes just for a bit of a change. I'm really into my retro bikes and I do build a lot of them, which I'm going to start doing some more videos on some of the other builds I've done, but this is one of my more recent ones. I've not yet ridden it. This is a 2005 GBR Patriot. It's not quite deckled exactly the same as it was, and a lot of people might pick that out, but the decal's what I like. Set off with this being in white with the original decals and stripped it all down, all new bearings and everything, and had it shot blasted, powder coated, re-deckled and lacquered. I lacquered it myself and then gradually rebuilt it with everything's new on it with the exception of the tyres. Quick rundown, obviously we've got a lot of anodised bits as you can see, so it's not all retro, there is a few new upgrades. We've got the clutch mech on it because we're running a single ring at the front with a fat thin chain ring. I've got a reconditioned RockShox rear shock. A bit limited on the dropper posts really, because it's a smaller diameter frame, so at the time of building there wasn't as many available to suit this frame. We're running Mavic rims, and we've got a short stem on here and some retro hoops and some old retro grips. Downside is, because this is 26-inch wheel, like a lot of the original sort of mid-2000s and bikes like that, they're becoming a little bit obsolete, so it's hard to find new parts that are available for that particular thing, like the shockers for instance. These look cool, but they are a bit of a budgety kind of make. They're brand new, but I was a bit limited on what I could get for a 26-inch wheel mountain bike that was brand new. And I was prepared to spend, but I just couldn't really get it. Everything was either second-hand or damaged. Didn't really fit the criteria, so I thought I'll give it a go and I'll try it. So I'm going to take it out for a quick ride today on the local trails in East Yorkshire. I'm going to get a GoPro on and hopefully get some footage for you to see. I'm hoping there won't be too many spectacular crashes or breakdowns. The worst dreaded bit is the breakdowns, because it might be a long walk home because there's no backup plan with the partner being out with me as well. So right, we'll get this rocked out, get tyres pumped up, and we'll get it out on the trails. Cheers! to about an 8-mile point in our little trip round the East Yorkshire Trails. At the 8-mile point the bike seems to be holding out quite well. We haven't got any real issues with it. Everything that was a bit tight on it, like the headset and all the new bearings and everything, seemed to be breaking in quite nicely. Me and my partner are a bit out of shape after having a week of alcohol over the Easter period. It's fitting in quite nicely for a little afternoon ride. Quick look around the bike again, just to show you. Here at Sledmere Monument, we're at one of the highest points in the area. So if any outside of East Yorkshire who are keen to pop over and have a ride around here, we can post up a picture of the Strava map just to show roughly where some of the routes are, and we'll see if we can get some more put up as well. We'll check in when we get back home and see if anything fell off at that point, and decide whether we're going to put this bike back in the kitchen where it belongs, where it was originally built for, or see whether we're going to have it as a main rider. So we'll catch you all in a bit. Right, we've just got to the top of one of the hills. We are both knackered. This really is the downside of paying back a week full of alcohol from Easter. But we've just about managed to conquer the top of this hill. Remember, if any of you are interested in following these routes, we'll put a thumb point of Strava on it, so you can roughly map it around from there, or follow us on Strava, and then we can guide you around. But to a lot of the people in East Yorkshire will recognise these trails, but this is mainly for those who are outside. So we're going to have a quick rest, quick drink of water, and then get back on. We've probably got about another 5 or 6 miles left to do at least. Nearly all off-roading now, which is nice, and take us past the far side of Killam, which is called Danesgraves, and back into Drift at the top end, and then home for tea. Right, see you later. This is Monday afternoon of the bank holiday. We've just got back from our ride from around the Worlds. We clocked up only 21 miles, but it was the maiden voyage for one of my builds. I'll just flip that around straight. Remember rightly, that one. So the idea of this one, just a bit of a recap, was it was a frame that I had from 2005, and I thought I'd rebuild it like a bit of a retro build, but changed my mind part way through. So it ended up just a bit of a restoration really for the frame, and I bought loads of new parts for it and put it on. And it ended up being a bit of a house pet. It never has up to now left the kitchen since it's been built. It's been ready for the last 6 months. So as we've had a go with it, everything seems to be working alright. Bit of binding on the brakes. I might have to get some new seals for the old hopes. But the downside is, we always knew it was going to be, was the cheap forks. The criteria for the forks is that I wanted to retain my wheels I've got, the old Mavics, which are the old type of dropouts on them. I'm trying to buy a new set of forks on 26-inch wheels that are disc friendly and dropouts how I want them. There's just virtually nothing on the market now for that. So actually, if anyone out there has got anything, preferably in A1 condition or something that can be restored to an A1 condition with new decals and things, I'm happy to pay top dollar for these. But in the meantime, I think what we're going to do with this bike is it's probably going to remain as a house pet. I think it's just going to be sitting in the kitchen. It's pride of place amongst my surfboards and my skateboards and my scooters. What more to do with a gap in the kitchen like that? I could be real grown up about it and put maybe like a breakfast bar here or something like that, but that's not going to happen. So we'll leave it as a toy corner really. So stay tuned with us for, we're going to do another one. Trying to find somewhere else to ride. I'll get some footage put up of this ride for those who want to have a look, see what the riding is like in East Yorkshire. It is a little bit tame, but it's good for a quick ride out for the afternoon. We might see if we can get through to Dalby Forest, and I'll give you a quick sneak peek of the one that lives in my dining room. We'll turn the light on. So this one is another one we'll give a quick rundown on my next video, and we'll give it a run out and see how it performs. It's flip the camera around. It's a completely original Marin East Peak from 1996. I've got the receipts from the original owner. Everything is exactly how he bought it. He used it for a couple of years and then left it garaged at his mother's house. And I bought it off him for 300 quid, plus he brought it up to me all the way from London, which was very nice of him, one Friday night for an extra 100 quid. So what I think we'll do is, we'll have a quick recap of that one day, and we'll take it out for a ride and maybe try somewhere different. If anyone's got any ideas for anywhere good to ride, so I try and get back in the light again. Anywhere good to ride, we'll hit us up with that, or a link from Strava or something like that, and we'll see if we can follow it round. If not, we might just stretch its legs at Dalby Forest. So in the meantime, thanks for watching. If you stuck out this long, check out the pins that we'll put on for Strava, and if you wanted to follow the route round, especially if you want to trip over from other counties and stuff to visit it and ride the area. If you also wanted a guide, we'll quite happily give you a free guided tour around if anyone wants to ride, especially on the retro scene. But until then, catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. See you again.
I am on a whole nother level. Girl, he only fought you over cause you let him. Girl, I guess he didn't know any better. Girl, that man didn't show me ever. Do all I can just to show you you're special. Certain it's your love that holds me together. You say he been